what is risk? How will you define risk? Just like we discussed yesterday. Just a quick recap. What is risk? Uncertainty is a risk. Now, what is the most critical risk when you are developing a product? What is the most critical risk or severe risk?
User might not accept it.
Yes, product risk. Whatever you did, user will say this piece of trash, throw it in a trash. Product risk, right? So this is one risk. Any other risk?
Costing, delay, commercials.
These are constraints, these are not risks, correct? So let us say product risk for now. So people risk, product risk are the two most important risks, right? So product risk, how will you ensure there is less product risk? And demos, frequent validation. Now by going to the customer with a version of the product and just asking, is it what you want? Just say yes or no. Simple. Yes means product risk is gone. No means product risk is gone. Yes or no? You are very clear, it's no longer a risk, it's an issue now. Means what you were building was wrong, so there is no longer risk. It's a fact now and you have to just take corrective actions. Anupriya might resign from the project is a risk. Anupriya has resigned from the project is no longer a risk. It's an issue now. Which is better, issue or a risk? Issue. It's a certain event. I know she has resigned, so now ho gaya. Now I have to just go ahead. Risk will give you stress. Hoga, nahi hoga. He loves me not. That kind of situation. Got it? Where you are just not sure. You got it? So risks are very dangerous. And as a successful project, if you want to be a successful project manager, you have to just get rid of the risks. So product risk is one thing. Do we do something additionally to do this in Agile? The way Agile processes are, it will take care of product risk if you follow all this. Even if you follow principle, you said it, collaborate with customer. So if you are collaborating, why should there be a risk? Customer was sitting right there while you were developing it, right? So this is what we call as organic risk management, means product risk management is inbuilt. Secondly, what about people risk?
Training, inadequate training.
People risk is somebody might quit, capability is not there. Now, how do you think is taken care in Agile? So, I am talking about product risk and people risk, right. So, how is people risk taken care? Product risk we do by frequent verification and validation. How is people risk taken care? Anupriya has resigned, I do not care. Why? Why I would not be worried? Of course, I would like to retain, but people have to move on. Cross functional team and we always work as a team. Today, Cheteshwar Pujara gets injured and he is not able to play next match. Virat Kohli will say, "Main nahi khelunga." My double centurion is injured. Will he say this? What will he say? Koi baat nahi. We have built a team for the future. Even if a key player is injured, we have a backup because we were a team. We were not group of individuals. Correct? So, because Agile is always focusing on team, we over me. It is not me and you anymore, it is always us. So, you do pair programming, Agile engineering practices, you ensure that one piece of code is known by everyone. So, XP practices play a part like collective code ownership, pair programming. You need to have great team members, but do not create a culture of superheroes in Agile. Want everyone to be a superhero in my team. Why not? Why should I be just dependent on one or two key team members? Everyone should be a key team member. Correct? So, always think, work on your weakest team member and do cross skilling. If you have been supporting one application for more than a month, change it, move to the next application, cross skill, know each other's work, support each other. See, nowadays, I mean, still now I see one person going on a sick leave, project manager is stressed, अरे यार that person has taken sick leave. So what is the problem? क्यों नहीं लेगा sick? And then we end up calling the guy, यार ठीक है ना, थोड़ा आधा घंटा घर से काम कर ले प्लीज यार. जब तक मतलब मृत्यु पास में नहीं है लोग कॉल कर लेते हैं. Which is such unethical. How can you, I mean, somebody has taken sick leave, guys. You know what I am saying? Sick leave means just don't even call. Whatever happens in the project, let it happen. It is as simple as that. That is being human. But what we, because we have built so much dependency on individuals.
Especially on the niche skill.
Why niche skill? Okay, I started with you, Karan. That is okay. But then you are a great team member. Try to ensure that everybody knows. And remember, don't be insecure while spreading knowledge. Once you create your backup, then only you will rise higher in your career. But what we do, किस्सा कुर्सी का. Once you have got this kursi, नहीं अब तो छोड़ूंगा नहीं 20 साल. No boss, you want to raise higher, you have to vacate your chair. So from your skill, position, everything, create next level. Then only you can grow up.
Sometimes a great team at the grad trip will also cause blunders. Like, at our onshore, there's a project where 6 out of 9 people resign, and they join another company as a team. The Scrum Master was the main.
Yeah. Now how do you take care of such issues? Create organizations where people love to work with you. Again, leadership will play a part. But what we are doing? 3 months notice period. Create a work culture where people would like to work for your company. People will like to work under you. Be a real servant leader so that people just love, oh my boss, great, my boss is awesome, I want to work. So create that culture. Again, which principle? Create an environment of support and trust them. See, you have hired somebody and you don't trust them after that. Why did you hire? You have to, and since you have hired now, you have to trust the team members and let them fail at least once. क्या होगा? So these are the things, if you just read the agile values and principles, you are taking care of those risks also. But you have to be genuine in that. You have to really have a big heart to allow your teams to fail, because failure only is when your teams are learning. Cross skill, pair programming, engineering practices, all this you can do. So this is agile risk management, right? Product risk and people risk. They are inorganic, right? They are organic in agile processes. How is risk used for prioritization? So what I discussed with you is agile projects are both value driven as well as risk driven. So your product backlog is not just prioritized based on risk, equally prioritized based on value and risk both, right? Don't be too obsessed with only value. I gave that example. Risk also plays. If you are high risk items, do those first, so that all the uncertainties get removed. So if you have a product backlog, right, where items are arranged based on values only, then it's a issue. You must also factor in risks, and high risk items must also be figuring at the top. Now high risk items at the top means you have to do spikes for that. Connecting? High risk item, immediately do a spike and resolve the uncertainty. Fine? Now you also have to continuously monitor risk in agile projects. So we saw how we monitor iteration, how we monitor release. Similarly, we have to monitor risks. So in terms of numbers, how do we monitor risks? So in risk, again, this is not an agile concept, but a similar, a very generic concept. So risks have probability and impact, and together they call the severity, right? Now you can do 1, 3, 9 or high, medium, low. So low could be 1, medium will be 3 and high will be 9. So you have risk 1, risk 2 and let us say you have risk 3. What you will do? You will create a risk chart. What is the probability of P, let us say 1, 9 and 3 relatively. High risk, high probability means 9, low probability means 1, medium probability is 3, just number. Impact 9, 3, 1. I am just giving high impact 9, medium impact 3, low impact 1. So what is the overall risk severity? Probability into impact. 9 into 1, 9, 9 into 3, 27, 3 into 1, 3. Correct? Now you have to prioritize it. Everything is priority, right? So which risk you must take care first? R2. So that is one thing. Plus plot a risk burn down chart. So initially when you started the project, you were at how much risk severity? 36 and 3, 39. Now keep monitoring how much risk, now today this is the risk. When you do risk evaluation again after a sprint, this might have become 3. Because now the probability is very less, we have taken care of that. Or impact is very less. Example, when I started Lonavala journey, I did not have a stepney in the car. So what is the impact of that risk if I got a flat tire? No stepney, very high, critical. Now what I did immediately, I saw a shop and I got a stepney and also the kit. Now what is the impact of that risk now if it happens? Medium or low. Even if I get a flat tire, it will take me 5 minutes to change the tire. See this? So you find a risk, integration risk, POC karke you have realized no, it's not the risk impact is reduced. So you have to keep monitoring the risks. Some of the risk might become 0 also.
Very similar to an FME.
Exactly, right? So basic concepts are same. So this is called how you can monitor the risks in projects, agile projects. And again, don't overdo such processes. That is what. So typically, do you keep risk register in your projects?
Yes.
In what format?
Excel, in Excel template.
Wall. Why unnecessary further create more documents and more documents? Create a wall space, put risk chart and just say, okay, this is a risk, put impact probability and say who is the owner. What is the risk mitigation strategy? What are the various strategies for risk mitigation? Accept it.
It's actually difficult.
Mitigation.
We have that RAID, right?
RAID, huh? So you don't again destroy the set of processes tomorrow and try to see what is the bare minimum you need. Just enough process, still deliver highest value. Because after some time your ROI keeps reducing. Don't overdo on such processes. Okay. So Archana, anything further you want to discuss on risks? Are we clear? Anyone else has any other question on risk? Agile risk management is organic. Spikes are great ways to reduce risk. Right? Now you are connecting. How spikes reduce risk? Don't be like, "Arey, spikes or risk mein kya?" Spikes are for reducing risk. Risk is uncertainty. Build has failed. Is it a risk? See the difference? That is the beauty of these subjects. If you understand the concepts well, it's amazing. Build has failed is an issue. Build might fail is a risk. So if build fails, this is a risk. What is the strategy to take care of the risk? Build failure mein kya spike? No, build might fail. So how do you ensure? By doing the build every 4 hours. That is a build integration risk, right? Integration might fail. So what do? Instead of waiting till the last moment, do a build multiple times a day. If it fails, then find it. Otherwise, there is no. Continuous integration is a way to take care of build failures. Right. So all these processes are actually inbuilt. Okay. So can I call risk management, agile risk management as done?